In rural communities, our economy is primarily agricultural, and we know that we always have droughts here in West Texas. But as the planet warms, we're seeing that our droughts, when they do come naturally, tend to be longer and more intense than they used to be. And that impacts our crops, it impacts our soil moisture, our water resources, and our economy. But we're also seeing that Texas is home to one of the main solutions to this, and that is clean energy from the sun and from the wind. And so we are already seeing that investment in clean energy here in Texas, where we already get almost 20% of our electricity from the wind and the sun, those investments are revolutionizing the economies of our rural areas as well, providing new jobs in places where we didn't used to have them, and that's good news. At the Climate Center at Texas Tech, we work on issues related to our communities all around Texas, and especially here in the West. We look at how climate variability and long-term trends are affecting our economy, how they're affecting our agriculture and crops, our water resources, our energy, and more. We look at what are the job opportunities as clean energy comes into our area. We look at what the impacts are of a changing climate, even driving patterns of migration and demographics. We look at how we can build stronger and more resilient communities that are prepared for the changes that we're already seeing today, as well as the changes that we know will come in the future. I work with cities who are incorporating long-term projections that we generate right here at Texas Tech into their planning for infrastructure and public services, so they'll be prepared as our extremes increase in severity or intensity or frequency. I'm working with organizations every level from the state to the federal government, looking at making sure that our highways and our infrastructure are strong and resilient, that we're looking at our flood zones and changing them according to how they're increasing in certain parts of the country. So we are already being affected right here in West Texas today, and that's why it's so important to understand that we need to build resilience to the changes we can't avoid. We need to reduce our carbon emissions and grow our clean energy to avoid the impacts that we can. And we need to do both of these things across our entire state in order to make sure that we are okay in the future and avoid the suffering that would otherwise ensue.